So this is going to be a cold shower, but the reality of it is a 700 credit score in a lot of cases will no longer be enough to qualify for the best rates and the best terms on lending products. The economic circumstances that we're dealing with today are leaving banks and lenders very leery and skittish on taking certain levels of risk that they would have took in years prior when interest rates were lower, the economy was more stable, and we had less going on around the world. With that having been the case, I want to talk to you about the prime optimal route for you to go to build or rebuild your credit score in a way that will allow you to have a credit score and profile that will make you attractive and stable to lenders so you can continue to grow your finances and your business. So with that being the case, the question is going to be, what's the most strategic route to go? And what's the most efficient route for you to go that's accessible for most of you? Many of you are going to be sold a lot of stuff on the internet, a lot of stuff on social media about, this platform and that platform, this fintech and that fintech. The reality of it is, in many cases, many of you can go to your local community banks or credit unions and get a much better scenario on building or rebuilding your credit without having to leave that institution. And I'm going to explain why. Local credit unions and local community banks, given they have the infrastructure to report to all three credit bureaus, that is an important caveat, are going to have the product diversity and they're going to have the barrier of entry lower than most other options you're going to find. The reason that you want to be leery of the self-lenders of the world and the chimes is because, for one, these platforms are not guaranteed to be here tomorrow. I don't know if you're paying attention, but many fintechs are not surviving the economic landscape we're in. Number two, these are newer platforms that are offering limited services. And so, yes, it's okay to have diversity in different ways. If you already have these platforms going, there's nothing wrong with it as long as it's reporting like it's supposed to. But it's a lot more efficient when you can do things in-house in one institution and build out from there. Local community banks and local credit unions, the Navy Federals are alike, just like the local credit union and community bank around the corner, are going to be your best option. They're going to offer credit cards and secure personal loans and personal loans that are going to be a lot more accessible to you and a lot more affordable to you, that still report to all three bureaus and are going to look credible on your credit report. So what I've recommended in the past on this channel and in earlier videos is strive to build or rebuild with at least a couple installment loans and 1 to 2 secure credit cards and graduate yourself up from there. If you do this efficiently, you can do it with minimal money out of your pocket, and you can do it at scale at a pretty quick pace. You're talking about being able to build or rebuild within 6 months to a year and some change if you do it efficiently. You can probably take somewhere between $500 and $1,000, go to your local bank or credit union or community bank and get 1 or 2 secure personal loans. Usually the minimum deposit in most cases is around $250. And then you can get your secure credit card, usually somewhere between $150 and $250 deposit in that arena. Somewhere around the proximity of $500 to $1,000 literally can rebuild or build your credit score from scratch and get you above that 700 threshold relatively quickly. You also are going to have less fees because these banks and credit unions and the credibility of them. You're going to also have a scenario where you're building with an institution that you can grow out with through the long term. They're likely going to offer graduating credit cards. They're going to offer better loan products, auto loans, recreational loans, home loans. You can do all of that within one institution and graduate out as your finances expand. But again, you want to build a robust credit profile, not just a credit score. This is why I'm recommending that you get at least a couple installment loans, because that's a really slept on part of your credit profile is installment loan history. And get at least 1 to maybe 2 secure credit cards if you have the cash to do so. You're going to get your money back from the secured loans, and you might even get a little bit of interest. You're going to likely get your money back on that secure credit card, or you can wait until you graduate out to other credit cards, and maybe if you need that cash, close it out later on. I don't recommend you do it immediately because it's going to be a big part of your credit profile if you're starting from scratch or rebuilding. So you want to be strategic about that. I want to bring this very simple but very dense and impactful strategy to you because I'm telling you right now, the economic landscape is going to be unforgiving going into 2024 and beyond, where a 700 credit score, depending on your other financial factors, might not get you over the hump for quality credit cards, lending products, or at least get you decent rates and terms. And that's what it's all about when you're borrowing. You don't want to go out and pay more for debt than you have to because the name of the game is to keep the interest rate and the cost of that debt low as possible and profit on top of it. So local banks, local credit unions, if you have a Navy Federal relationship, wonderful. They have a great, that institution has great barrier to entry. They have a great starter credit card and secured loans as well. But again, you literally can go right in your zip code in most cases to a local bank and credit union, confirm their reports to all 3 bureaus, and start out with at least 2 installment loans, 1 to 2 secured credit cards, $1,000 or less. Most of that money you're going to get back. You're going to have low cost to do so. You're building with an institution that you can grow with as your finances develop or redevelop. Comment down below and let me know, are you exercising any strategy like this? Or if you want me to dig deeper in how you can, take your personal circumstances and use this strategy to get yourself out of the hole or up on a higher plateau as we go into a rougher economic landscape. Other than that, to all my pioneers, welcome back. To my new viewers, welcome in. If you want to learn more about myself and the channel, start in the description section, work your way to the about section. Other than that, I want y'all to stay focused, stay in motion. See y'all soon.
This is JP from Blueprint for Prosperity Network, a channel dedicated to helping you increase your net worth through relationship banking, maximizing your borrowing capacity, the proper use of life insurance, and the ownership of real estate. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading content on a daily basis to help you customize your blueprint for prosperity.